be to fuck another nigga in this house while you're disabled. The ignorant ass bitch you gotta be to fuck another nigga in this house while your disabled husband is in the other room. You ever ask yourself, what if a shoe was on the other foot? What if it was you in this chair? And I had to take care of you? Of course you never asked yourself that question. A bitch like you would never ask that. And now you let him fuck and he dropped you like a fucking miscarriage.
What I have to say right now. Listen to me what I have to say right now. Don't talk over me. Once you gave me this promise ring, you said out these lips right here, out this mouth right here, you talked with it, and you said, I promise you one day I will marry you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I lied. Like, do you...
Did I say don't talk over me? I'm not done.
Hey, calm down. Like, what makes you like think that you're like wifey material? Like, what makes you think that like you deserve a ring? And then not only that, like them engagement rings are expensive.
Do you think I care about the price? I don't want no $5,000, $1,000 ring. I don't give a fuck about the price. You know what matters to me?
What?
What matters to me is that you are in love with me and that you want to spend the rest of your life with me and you want to get down on your knee and promise me again that you want to be with me for the rest of your fucking life.
Babe, we are. I already told you. You got to...
What? What are you going to do about it?
Man, oh man. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Rock, Kwakadash, and salutations to the elders, apostles, bishops, brothers that's living in the truth, who's doing the work diligently, and to you sisters who are loving yourself, loving your husband, taking care of the home, your children, loving Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, and and I hope this video is edifying. I'm gonna keep it clean. If I if I go off, forgive me. Oh my goodness, it's taking a lot for me to explode. I feel sorry for this brother right here in this car, man, and he's showing the world how this woman is, and she's a demon, man, and she's you're acting childlike, like you're acting like someone owes you something, like you're getting upset at this young brother for him telling the truth, or expressing how he feel. Because he did say he lied. You shouldn't do that. You don't want to play with people's emotions. People can hurt you for things like that, man. There's cases where women, have a heartbreak, and sometimes they turn out for the worse. They go to the LGBTQI, whatever community, and you have those who come out fledged killers, And we don't want to see nobody lose their life, man, But sometimes, man, it's like you ask for what you deserve. But there's no excuse for this lady behavior. She's out of order. And for you to come on, spit at the man because he came to grips and terms that he don't want to marry you. Look how you behaving. He's showing people that you're not marrying type. And you getting upset because he's telling you the truth. And when men are telling you the truth about yourself and how they see you be, it only takes one time for someone to violate. And if we deal with you and tolerate you, it's because we just want to fuck the pussy. That's it. We're not going to just say that right then and there. But eventually, you make us mad enough, we're going to tell you the truth. You know? So I always tell people, man, there's always three types of people that get mad. Right? Really, really mad, man. You know, there's only three types of people that tell the truth. Children, right? Someone that really despise you, they do not care about you anymore. And a drunk person. Here, she don't seem like she's drunk. So I mean that she despising this man. Really, that's how she really feels. She's a control freak. You know, and she's angry because she can't get her way. And because it's not suitable for her. You know, because she hasn't had someone to nip that shit in the bud when she was a little girl. And when you don't nip those things in the bud, man, these things persist and it gets worse and worse and worse. Now, sometimes you're trying to be patient, you know, and deal with people, man, you know, but fuck that, man. This lady is off, man. You know, I'm being real cool right now. I'm trying not to go off in the video. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, there's no point in me going off and me getting high blood pressure, you know. And a lot of you Eve, man, you're going to learn, man. You're going to learn your lesson. A lot of you black women, you're finished, man. You're totally finished. And then, hold on, guys.
The thing, like, you're not.
So, the majority are finished. And a lot of those women, you know, that are good women out here that really deserve a man, you know, that really want to love a man, you make it hard for them. Because, especially if women was raised right with morals and standards and value, and she has self-care and self-love. You know, I'm not saying that people don't deserve love, but at the same time, let's keep it real here. Do everybody deserve it? No. Look how you treated and made decisions in your life. If you got more than one baby daddy, you do not deserve no love. From a man to say, let me give you everything. You have proven to the world in your decision making that you are a horrible decision maker. No right man in his mind is going to accept you to be the love of his life, and you have children by men. It's not going to happen. It's not. And if men that select this decision, if men select this choice and make this their final decision, you got to be evaluated by some kind of doctors, man. Because something is really, there's something mentally wrong with you. You understand? One is pushing it. Okay? One is pushing it. All right? And I still don't ill advise that. You know what I'm saying? I don't advise no man to take a woman that either have a child by another guy. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But if that should happen, then let it be so. I can't stop a man from feeling how he want to feel or do what he want to do, or you know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Yeah, so a lot of you women are disrespectful, and men are not gonna tolerate no disrespect like that. This young man sitting there, you know, maybe there's certain things he done, you know, that's also triggering that, which is already a trigger factor for her, because she probably had a fucked up life, man. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all do this shit because you're mad because every man you get runs from you. And look at her face. She looking right at this nigga like, I can't believe this nigga. She ain't trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I said in my video before, I had a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? With this bird, you know what I'm saying? And she's a bird, man. All along she was a bird. A fucking bird. You know what I'm saying? And And the reason I'm saying that is because I knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I had myself in a situation where it wasn't conducive for me. You know, but I dealt with the situation because this particular person, you know, I was trying to hold on because this person was learning the truth. But that doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? A person could still hear the word and try to learn it and try to apply it, cool. But you can't change the fact that they have relapses, and a lot of these women that have these type of situations like her, or they don't get what they want, is upsetting to them. It makes them upset. Why? Because you don't deserve that. You don't deserve what you didn't earn because you fucked up in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with this before. You know what I'm saying? Not to agree with someone, a woman gonna spit at me and all that, because they ain't happening. Before you spit on me, I'll break your fucking jaw. You understand? I don't give a fuck about going to jail. I said that in my video before. You know? I don't care about how spiritual I am or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I will go to jail. I don't give a fuck about prison or jail. You understand? I've been locked up. So I don't give a fuck about going to no bookings. None of that stupid shit. To write, because I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know? I'm only saying that because sometimes women that's driven by spirits lead to that. But sometimes a lot of these women are just fucking flat out fucking demons, man. And, you know, and you got to be careful of dealing with individuals like this, man. So, you know, it's not right, and it's not right, man. It's a bad decision. You have to make wise decision on who you choose. If you see any inconsistency or something that violates the how can you, all right, if you see anything that violates something that's trying to build and grow, you already telling me who you are. You a piece of, you know what? You a piece of what? You know, I ain't gonna say the word. You know? So the young man is like, you know, I tell you guys, man, when you meet women, man, they like to be lied to. But tell the truth while lying. That's being honest to them. Because they can't handle the whole truth. Even when you tell the truth, you lie. Because you rocking the sleep. Like I said, like this girl should think that she had a future with me, and all the meanwhile, I didn't give a fuck about her. I'm only using her to get what I wanted. You understand? And when I say that, I say because we all get used. Okay? All right? So I just watched. And once I already knew my answer, I stuck around. And when I was ready and done, and I got rid of her. You understand? Because that's what you gotta do to these fucking birds. You don't fucking take them seriously. Let them move on with the next nigga, man. Because once I already signed up by dealing with this person, I already knew what it was. So there's no shock value. You got to call it for what it was. Because a lot of us brothers, sometimes we don't call it for what it is, man. I'm not saying I get a thrill out of it. That's not my intentions. Is not to wake up and do that. But once I entertain it, and once I already see with something that's fucking up, I was okay, well, all right, this is what we doing? Okay, cool. All right, I'll stick around for a bit. I'll do this, but I'm going to treat you like this every time. And if you stupid enough to not leave or whatever, that's on you. And if I keep seeing that you being stupid, I'm going to drop you. If I catch you doing something, I'm still going to drop you. So you don't win with me, you lose. And then I expose you. That's just the bottom line. I don't give a fuck about being exposed to none of that shit. I seen the worst of the worst of evil of this planet, man. Ain't nobody could tarnish my name or image, and niggas ain't gonna step to me and say something crazy to me, because they not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are not gonna do that for whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You understand? Cause when you dead and gone, people still gonna make fun out of your name or the videos or the memes that they put together on the social media to disrespect you. So what, man? Once you dead and gone, you gone. I'm the kind of person, I don't give a fuck if niggas is talking shit or laughing, giggling. That shit don't matter to me. That shit don't matter to me. Because if I'm doing right by you, what does it matter to you? If you wanted to do that, be a jackass, then be a jackass. You know what I'm saying? But I don't fuck with people, so I don't have that issue with niggas. I don't go out and be violating or get into shit that I ain't supposed to be getting into, doing shit and just going out, just hurting women's feelings, and I'm not just doing that. But I tell people in the beginning, yo, I tell women in the beginning, yo, I ain't shit. I mean that shit. I ain't shit, because none of us is good on this planet. You know? Now, I'm not saying that just say because I want to be a derelict or nasty nigga. No, it's not that. I say that because I'm not giving you the full promise and the all to a woman. I'm not doing that shit. So you know what it is, and so if you choose not to stay, cool, go. Women don't stay around me because I don't play with them. It's either you running on this program or you not. You got to get out of here. It's my way or the highway. I don't care if a woman gets mad or upset about that. You don't make shit and you don't create shit over here for me. So if you don't like it, you got to go. And especially if I don't have a kid with you, I'm not going to be keen or sensitive to you to a degree. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So this young man here, you know, I advise him to, to make better decisions on who you choosing, man. It's clearly shown that this girl is a nutcase. She's a Looney Tune. I didn't play with women like that. Once I had a situation like that, I told that in the story too already about this young lady. And she lied on me, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make shit wrong and cause destruction in my relationship. And all I did was had to help her get clientele. Cause I thought by me helping her, but it was doing a good thing, because I'm looking at it as, first, we black folks, so-called black folks. I'm trying to help us. You know what I'm saying? That was my pure intentions. But those intentions wasn't pure. It was an outlet for her to do whatever the fuck she wanted to do and get into my rounds, man. So these type of people are demonized. And if you ain't spiritual, you're not going to see that. So we got to stop thinking that we super, super spiritual. Like there's no wrong happen to us. We have issues, man. So I tell people, man, be careful, man. So the young lady lied on me, right? She told my kid's mother, look, listen, we did this and that, which we didn't do it because I barely even knew the girl. I wasn't even trying to get with the girl. I was just, in my naive ways as being a young man, just trying to help someone because I truly care for helping people. And I still got that effect today with people. But now, the only difference is now, since I'm much older, I'm very careful of who gets that, because everybody don't deserve that for what has happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I told the girl, oh, you gonna tell my girl that we had sex, we did this and that and that and that, I said, I was calling you bitches, you bird, you whole sluts, and the way I was writing it, writing it in the text is confirmation for her to say that, oh, he threatening me, look, he's calling me names, and this and that and that. And she's saying, oh, if you do this, I'm gonna call the police on you, right? So, no, yeah, I texted her, and then I spoke to her on the phone. I said, yo, why the fuck would you say some dumb shit like that? I'm gonna tell the police that you beat the shit out of me. I said, what do you mean beat the shit out? I'm not even but that was a tactic that these women use, because they don't want to take no L's, because she been hurt by her baby fathers. You know what I'm saying? Because she had the nerve to bring 2 kids, which wasn't, when she wasn't with her kid's father. So a lot of women don't like when to see you being a father and having love by others and being there for your children, man. You know what I'm saying? So she seen that, and She's like, fuck it, I'm gonna destroy this nigga shit. And that's stupid, because why would you want to do that to somebody, and then you expect the man to go with you after you did that? You think I'm gonna leave my family, right? Despise or whatever I decided, I'm gonna leave my family depending on the situation, what the bitch did. You think I'm gonna leave my family, my child, and her mother to go with another woman that have kids? That's never gonna happen. I'm never ever gonna do that. Never. That's not happening. It's not happening. So I tell you, brothers, man, yo, be careful of what you do out here. A lot of these black women are very disrespectful, and this lady right here have no kind of regards. Spitting at the dude, whatever. All right, y'all have a disagreement. You don't spit at no one. That's the ultimate violation. Yo, you will get fucking Millie rocked. You understand? You will get Millie rocked. So a man will put you to death by spitting. You know what? You know what's in your mouth? All kind of germs, filth, bacteria, blood. You know what I'm saying? All kind of infections. You spit in somebody's face. That's the ultimate disrespect. Like spitting, defecating, and pissing on somebody. That's the ultimate disrespect, man. And the worst of it all is when your organ, your skin is bust open, blood is falling all over somebody. That's the worst. Cause now the blood, you don't know what's in the blood. So spitting on somebody, that's an ultimate violation. Where I'm from, you can't do no shit like that. You would get parked. Let's continue watching this.
Considered a wife. I don't want to marry you. Plain and simple. Like it's because like some of the stuff that you do, it makes me like think like, oh yeah, she's not wifey material.
Bingo. That's what I said. Tell this girl. I said the things you do, it's not you. It's like it's unnecessary. Even in the midst of her doing shit to me, I was still good at her. I would take the girl, even when we had a job fair. I looked over all that bullshit, and I was still showing her love. I said, yo, listen, this is a job fair. Would you like to come? You know what I'm saying? After she did some bullshit for me from before. You know, I'm not gonna keep getting violated, man. You know. And I still looked out. I'm like, yo, listen, come meet me over here. You know, we're gonna and she did come, you know, because like I said, I cared for her enough where I wanted to see her work and, you know, get better, you know, whatever. That's that's a part of me that cared for people. But when I see you keep violating me, doing those and that, then she wanted me to come over, see her, boom, boom, boom. That's why I said, yo, listen, when I'm ready, I'll do that. And then when I said, when I'm ready to do it, then she said, oh, you crazy, you just changed that just like that. But you asking me. So I'm still trying to overlook things. So you calling me a sucker, basically. So the more you keep doing shit to me, then the more I'm supposed to accept it. No. The final straw was that when I saw you in the car with this nigga. I don't give a fuck who the nigga was. Cousin, no, I don't give a fuck. Cousin, friend, I don't give a fuck. You know what you did was wrong. And that's why you didn't say nothing. Because I called you out. You know you wrong. You fucking violated. I don't give a fuck if that's your car. You riding around here with a nigga driving and you happy and you swinging your fucking braids like shit is good. Shit ain't good, B. So I already knew what it was. And then you didn't even stop to say, yo, what up? You looked at me as I looked at you over there in the parking lot. You know what it was. So how you gonna violate me? So what does it even matter for the chick? You know what I'm saying? She was just my concubine. That's all that was, man. So I say this because I'm giving you guys my testimony so that y'all guys know that sometimes they feel like they still deserve shit after they keep doing shit. Not only you did it once, you violated me twice, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times. You was violating me mad times. You violated me. You violate and you constantly do that. Now enough is enough, man. Fuck that. I'm not gonna be sitting getting violated. I don't even do that to my own fucking wife. Why the fuck I'm gonna violate you any kind of shape or form? I could have violated you, but I'm not a demon. I'm not a demon. If it was before I was in the truth, I could have been a real demon. I could have set you up, brought you to the hood, and did something dirty to you. But I don't violate. Cause I know that you ain't from my part. You ain't from my shit. You ain't from the slums. You not from the slums like where I'm from. I could have violated you. I could have violated you when you got your hair braided at my cousin's crib. I could have had all the bitches up there fuck you up and jump you. I could have did that. But I'm not gonna do that because that's me being a demon. And I'm not a demon. After the fact, I told you that my cousin can't be trusted. I told you that. And you still went over there and still got your hair braided. Because, you know, I told her that I told that my cousin do hair. So this mad shit, like I said, I can keep going and going and going. You know why you can't say shit about me? Because I don't tell you your shit. I don't violate you. So there's nothing for you to say anything crazy about me about something. Oh, you do get really mad and this, of course. So what? Let me work on that. But the shit that you do, you be violating people. You violate. You don't think it's violation, but it's violation. Now I know why niggas be doing shit to you or getting upset with you, and then you pretend like you don't do nothing. You don't do no fucking wrong. You wrong. So you gotta violate. You gotta violate bitches. And the shit I'm doing, I'm not even violating you like that. I'm only telling the truth of what the shit that you was doing that was wrong to me. Yeah, I'm gonna put your business out there because I have no respect for you no more. The respect and love is gone that I had for you, that I once had for you. Whatever left I had for you, it's gone. You violated me. You don't fucking violate niggas, man. You don't violate people. And this is what I keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all stay in any type of friendship or relationship, any kind of relationship with it, and you let someone constantly violate you, then that tells me about yourself. You don't respect yourself. Nah, fuck that. Me, I respect myself, so I ain't gonna stay there. Fuck that. Enough is enough. You're not gonna violate people. You're not gonna do that. You can't do that, man. This girl's wrong. She's dead ass fucking wrong, violating this young man. Whether how he said it or whatever, going about it, whatever, he'll say, yeah, man, I was wrong, I lied, whatever, okay, cool. But you don't spit on a nigga. Come on, man. Now you out of line.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that promise ring, you was only gonna get a promise ring. You thought you was gonna get an engagement ring?
But you told me I was, so...
That's what I'm saying. I lied to you, babe. You don't see what's going on here in this relationship? I'm stacking up lies. I do not want to marry you. You're not wifey material. You give me just girlfriend material. You give me thought material. I don't want to marry you.
Listen.
There you go. He told like a man. He said, yo, listen, you give me thought material. You give me girlfriend material. Shit. He was trying to be easy. I know what he really wanted to say. But he was still cool. He trying to say, yo, bitch, you ain't shit. You a whore. You a bitch. You wouldn't, you worse than shit that come out my ass. He wanted to violate. He could have said that. But he still kept it clean. Said, yo, you giving me thought material. Hey, listen, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So, you know, I don't be trying to violate or hurt people. I'm just telling what it is. You gotta tell shit for what it is, man. Any nigga that violated me, any girl that violated me, you gone, you done. And I still don't try to wish you harm, or at the same time I don't wish you well either, because you are a fucking violator. You're a violator. You know, and that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Once I lose all respect and love and whatever love I got for you, it's over. It's done. I will never ever call, reach out to you, see how you doing. I don't care about what you going through, what you feeling. I don't care. I don't care. Because you done lost someone that was good to you, that did right by you, but you couldn't do right by me. Why? Because you stuck and hung over some nigga that you was dealing with or your past trauma. You couldn't learn how to let that go. But I bear with you. I bear with you for 3 years. That's too long. You better be grateful that I gave you that. Cause let me tell you, niggas end shit quick within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a day. And the quick and knowing how fast you wanted to give it to me, I could have smashed it and kept it moving. But nah, I ain't do that. I gave you a chance after you did that fuck shit to me. You lied. I went by my back and did it anyway. And then your excuse was in the beginning, before you started understanding the truth, was you kind of recant your statement. When you said, "Oh, but you got a whole wife at home," boom. But you didn't really understood where I was coming from, because you wasn't in the truth. So I wasn't really too mad at that. Once you started understanding as time went on, then you said, "Oh shit, yeah, yo, Nehemiah was right." But then you kept doing shit. You playing with me in my face and behind my back. Even the conversation I had with you, you would say you even told me on the phone. You said, "Yo, if a nigga act up, that's what we're gonna have one as a backup plan." Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what? And you already telling me what you doing, how you move. So I already knew you a bird. I knew it already. But I tolerated you because you knew the truth. That's the only reason. If you ain't know the truth, man, I would have been cut you off. I gave you that one shot because I was trying to give you the understanding, because you kind of like was wondering and caring about it. I went on my way to show you things. I sat with you, went over things with you. You didn't want it like that. You wanted me to be a boyfriend material. You wanted me to take you out and do all this and that and that, which I understand. But I'm not here for that. So you figured that, oh damn, I'm doing this and that, but now I can't get this because that's me giving you too much time and leeway to my life. I shouldn't have even did that. You should never even knew nothing about my life. I let you know because yes, at one point I did care for you, but you violated. You don't violate people that care for you, and that's what you got to learn in life, man. But one day you'll learn it. You know what I'm saying? One day you'll learn it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, listen, man. Once people's gone, don't ever take them back when they violate. You know what I'm saying? This kind of the time where I could have been dismissed mad situations. Not to particular her I'm speaking of now, just things in general. But I have mercy and grace upon people. But mercy and grace can never be bestowed upon me from niggas and bitches. Nah, that's not happening. So if that's the case, then listen, man, we all going down. I'm a kind of person where once I make my mind up and I'm ready for war, I'm ready for war. That's just how I am. But that's carnal thinking. But I already accepted that fact. And each time I'm trying to move spiritually because I don't want to lose my life over senseless acts, over niggas that's demons and bitches that's moving real weird out here. A lot of y'all weirdos, man. And you got to be careful who you put in your life, man. Let's get a couple scriptures, man. And we're going to shut this down. Let me start Jeremiah 2 and 19 and 21. All right. It says, "Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy power." So you forsaken the Lord thy power when you doing these things, man. When you going against the higher power, man, you going against the Yahweh. And you showing him that you have no respect for yourself. You have no respect for him. And he's the ultimate creator. He created you and me, everyone on this planet, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially for us, because we the Hebrew Israelites. We the chosen of them all. And the things that we give him is by doing wrong and disrespecting his laws and commandments, expecting and disrespecting Yahushua. And Yahushua came to deliver us and give us a chance of redemption to come back to the Father, so we could repent from our wicked ways and repent from our iniquities, man, from our sins, man. And that my fear is not in thee, said the Lord of hosts. So we don't have no fear that's in us. We're not fearing the Lord. So when you don't fear the Lord, then something terrible will happen, because the Lord said, I'm the one that created life and death. I'm the one that created terror. I'm the one that put these things on you. The Lord could put any kind of terror your way. He get you caught up and trapped up in a car accident where you can't get out, and you watching yourself die. That's terrible. That's terrible. The Lord can get you shot, killed, whatever, man. But we don't want to wish harm on people. But then in the scripture tells us, do not pray for these people, man. You did what you can do, man. You know, it's frustrating because we got to keep mentioning things over and over. It's because you got to let the viewers know what's going on and how people are operating out here. A lot of people really are naive and believe that people are all good people, and people will just do things. I mean, they won't do things to them, but don't be naive. People will do things behind your back and smiling in front of you, man. I would rather a dude say he can't stand me and he don't like the way I think or whatever, right? And then compared to him stabbing me in my back, I respect him more than a friend, a so-called friend that laugh in my face and do some grimy shit behind my fucking back. You know what I'm saying? You're not a friend to me, you disloyal. So the enemy, if he in the trouble or something, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to look out for him. There's been plenty of time I saw my enemies got into some scuffle or some situations in the streets or something happened. You know when the first person came at the aid? They couldn't believe this. Yo, damn. Yo, you did what? I remember the time this dude, he had some real beef, and it was some real violation, you know, that he did, man. He crossed the line of barriers, man. And nobody came to his aid to help because it was coming down where people. Hold on, guys. Yeah, guys. So anyway, so like I was saying, he had a little situation and a problem that you know, and that no one would come to his defense, and I was hearing about what was going on, so I kind of felt like, all right, let me reach out to him. So I said, you know what, let me go knock on his door. So it was him and his other partners was up there, and I knocked on the door. We in the projects, man. We in the projects, and I ain't gonna say his name, whatever. So I knocked on his door, and I said, yo, man. He said, yo, man. He said, yo, nigga, what you doing here, man? I said, hold up, man. Look, I know you had a situation. I was hearing through the grapevine, whatever. Listen, man. I'm not here to cause no issue, man. What can I do to help you, man? I want to help you get out of the situation. And he looked at me. He said, yo, you probably my enemy, and you coming up here asking me, you want to help me? Why should I trust you? I said, I'm here by myself. I'm coming to your atmosphere. And knowing that it's dangerous like that, look, man, if something go wrong, man, you can deal with me. What can I do to help you? So he said, yo, close the door. And he told me what needed to be done. We handled that situation. We got him out of that little situation. I had to make a few other calls on the behalf of the people was kind of mad at me. Like, wait a minute, this shouldn't helping him, boo. I'm telling them, nah, that's not how that's gonna go, man. He's from my hood, but listen, I can't allow that to happen based on the circumstances, man. We gotta come on, man. I said, yo, I'm extending this buyout for him because it's something one day if I need to do something, he gonna remember that. And if he crossed me, then I deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And then people they just couldn't look, they was shocked. So ever since I helped them, you know what? When any trouble I got into a situation, he came up and said, nah, son, nah, we gonna handle that. And I said, nah, man, don't do it. Nah, B, nah. So he was overly, excited to help me because of what I've done for him. You know what I'm saying? And for the people That those my friends turn their back on me and trying to do me in my own projects, man. You know what I'm saying? I fought the whole damn projects that night, and they trying to get rid of me, man. It could have got that. It could have got ugly. So I'm gonna know how can these same people I hang every day hate me so much because they already had the agenda in them to conspire against me. They waited for a time, and that was a perfect time to do it. You know, and he, you know, so at the end of the day, listen, you gotta be cool, man. You gotta be cool, man. Sometimes you're an enemy of yours, right? Sometimes your enemy could be your friend. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your friend enemy could be your friend based on different circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wasn't planning to make the video so long, man. I apologize, everyone. All right. This is verse 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. So a lot of us, the children of Israel, we play the victim game. We want to play like we the harlot, but the Lord, in the whole meanwhile, He has given us so much grace and mercy, and we constantly doing shit behind His back. We are evildoers, man. And the Lord said, "Yo, man, y'all gotta change." You know, but the Lord gonna put an end to that. He just gathering up the charge, so when the day of judgment come, no one has an excuse when they're gonna be held accountable for the violations and the stuff that they did on the earth, and to others, and to themselves, and to Him and His laws and commandments. So there's no way that you're gonna be held find some kind of way to get out of it. There's no running or getting out of it. Everyone's gonna be held at a judgment. Everyone's gonna be held. Like, damn, like what? And no one can run. No one can run. Angels gonna be everywhere. You can't run nowhere. Where you gonna go? Military is not gonna be there no more. And law enforcement gonna be there no more. Everything that you once knew on the earth is gonna be decimated, gone. It's gonna be finished. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna run where you running to? Can't go nowhere. Or meet your demise. Verse 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, unwholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? And that's true, man. You don't went from a glorious, precious nation into a low base, piece of shit. You know, you don't trade in your gold for dust. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to the wrestler Gold Dust, crazy motherfucker. You know, but anyway, if anyone ever watched WWE, you know Gold Dust. He was a fucking white boy with something else, boy. He's kind of weirdo, faggot weirdo, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out is because he was a hell of a wrestler. The man was a hell of a wrestler, man. I mean, the man was just, he was a hell of a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? He really wrestled, you know what I mean? But he was just still a fucking weirdo. You know, I'm only shouting him out because of the wrestling and how skillful he was. That's it, you know? Anyway, so, yeah, so a lot of us do these things, man, and we expecting some kind of blessing after we do some wrong to people. We can't do that shit. You can't do that shit, man. Jeremiah 5:28. It says, let me start at 25. It says, your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. Verse 26. From among people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch them. So in our nation, you're going to find wicked men and women, man. Got a lot of wicked men and women that do all these things, man, and they don't think judgment's coming for them. And then especially if you ain't man and a woman enough to come and apologize and say what you did wrong, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about the adultery part that you was doing or you had another nigga in that car. I'm talking about you apologizing for what you did when you was screaming and yelling and violating on me on that WhatsApp. You know what I'm saying? You was violating me, and you was screaming and yelling. You ain't never apologized. And so when I was coming at you and you trying to talk back, to me like you some diva bitch, like you got it. And even divas, none of them don't talk crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So you talking crazy to me because you don't like the way I talk to you and how you was violating first. Nah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And then when I came back and trying to give you some love, trying to say, yo, man, what's going on? How you doing? Based on the hurricane that was going on in your island, you understand? And you was glad to hear from me. So don't fucking front. You was glad to hear from me. Cause every time I come around, you put them other niggas in the back burner. I know you do. But you didn't think I know that you probably was doing that. I had that feeling that you was doing shit. But the Lord already revealed it to me. He revealed it to me. So I was still trying to look out for you and say, yo, I hope your family doing well over there in Grenada. But what you did, you know, you reached out to me, and even don't think that I don't know that when you text me on that WhatsApp, you said something. You said, "Oh, are you here yet?" I don't know what that's based on, so I'm not gonna accuse you of something that you didn't do, but I know what that means. You know what I'm saying? But then you delete it and you don't say, "Yo, my bad, I apologize." See, this is what I'm talking about with you. You're a disrespectful black fucking nigga bitch, and that's what you do. All you do is fucking lie. You don't never apologize for your fucking wrong. That's why I always had a problem with you. And if you did apologize for something, it was when we talked about it over the phone and you couldn't run. You had no choice but to say. But you ain't never come to me and apologize. You had to wait until I bring something up or we talk about it, and then we had to work it out. That's the shit I don't like about you. You ain't never owe them. You never own them to your shit, man. You will never own them to your shit, man. So I look at you like you was a little girl, man. You ain't never own them to your shit. But when I do something or say something, I'm wrong because I'm going off, I'm apologizing. For what? Why am I apologizing? You doing shit that's pissing me off. You know, but it's all right. It said verse 27, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. So your house, meaning your temple, is full of deceit, man. Your spirit is tarnished, man. You know, you ain't fully developed yet. What is so hard for you to say, yo, my bad, I apologize, Nehemiah, I apologize. You think I owe you an apology for how I was talking to you on these videos? You think I owe you a fucking apology? Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich. I'm not trying to be a bully to you. I'm far from trying to be a bully. That's never the case. But the case is, I gotta hold people at a stand. I don't care if it's a female or man. If a man wrong, I'm letting that nigga know, yo, nah, son, that's not right. That's wrong. Nah, man. We not feeling that. And Jake when Jake start going off, he hates to get corrected too, because he got feminine ways and he don't want to apologize. He wants to say, yo, my bad. Sometimes you gotta say, yo, I can accept. Or you said, yo, my bad. I'll accept that. I'm not looking for the actual word, but come on. Apologize when you say, yo, my bad, I was wrong, whatever. Nah, don't worry about it. All right, cool, we good. When I say we good, meaning like we good far as like I don't gotta say no shit about you no more. None of that shit. You got my number. You didn't block. I know you didn't block my number. You hoping that I'll write to you. That's not gonna happen. You gotta write to me and call. You gotta make that shit right. You gotta say, yo, listen, I apologize. Cool, we good. Now I leave you alone. That's it. There's no coming back far as me and you. That's never coming back. Never. That's never coming back between you and me. Never. Because you did the ultimate violation. You know what I'm saying? You parked up with this nigga, not knowing that you didn't know I was gonna be there, and you parked with some nigga driving your fucking whip. I mean, you gotta. I ain't never heard you had someone to drive your car. I never even heard that. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your car. But what you doing? You was too comfortable. Like you already fucked this dude. Like you fucked this man already. See the violation. See, this is what I'm talking about with you. And then you always pretend like you don't do nothing. Or when you do admit it, it's you like, oh, then you feel like, oh no, damn, my bad. Why you gotta wait to do something and apologize for it? Don't do it. Yo, man, this shit is crazy, man. You know, everything I see on social media, it reminds me of you because you violate. And other people that I know that done things. You violated. I ain't never had no kind of bitch like you on the side that violated. You the only one that fucking violated me. Yeah, some of them talk crazy this shit to me. They say little shit, whatever. But I just let that shit go. But you the ultimate, you one that violated because you was the only one that I met that I was teaching the truth truth of. And you gonna do this shit to me? That's my fault for choosing someone like that. It's my fault. You know? And then again, and maybe it wasn't. Maybe the Lord wanted me for you to hear it just so that he can have this for you to know the truth, and so that you really can't run with me, and you really gotta buckle down, or sometimes the Lord just warned you to hear it to know that judgment coming for you. I don't know, but all I know is that you better change yourself. You better change. I hope you changing over there. Verse 28. Oh, excuse me. Verse 27 still. Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich. Verse 28. They are waxing fat. They shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. Right? And sometimes Jake do a lot of more wicked shit than Esau. You supersede your evilness past Esau. You wanna go harder than Esau. And that's fucked up, man. How Jake and Eve move on the planet. You know, this is how y'all move on the planet, man. All right? They judge not the cause. And a lot of y'all don't care about being right because you won't judge the cause, right? The cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge. So when things are going wrong, when things are going right, you ain't trying to consider, all you want to keep doing is just being prosperous and looking to be rich on this planet. And this ain't your place of rest, man. So I get that everyone wants money. Yeah, we all want money. We all want to be happy and flaunt it and do a little whatever we can, because that's in our spirit. But money is not going to save you. That's just a tool that we use, a financial tool that we use to get by, man. And then that dollar is crashing. So what are we going so hard for the dollar, man? If the Lord giving that to someone, let them enjoy it, because when they may not even get the new blessing in the heavens that's coming, because they're not putting in that work. You know, it is what it is, man. So I'm just saying that, man, fellas, man, don't let no fucking woman like this destroy or violate. Come on, this woman is spitting is on live camera, recorded. Shit is sad, man. But anyway, I hope this video is edifying. Shalom.